So today we're going to have a little look at some of the Resin 8 kits, and this one is the Coat It epoxy artwork resin. So we're going to have a little play with this, and we're going to put some rock salt in it. I really want to find out what happens. So this is a kind of Coat It kit. Normally you'd use this to put over a kind of another layer of resin if you've cast something, and today we're just going to use it to cast a little bit, only because we're going to do a bit of an experiment with it. So we're only doing like really kind of small castings, and we're going to put some mica powder in it. We're going to put some rock salt in it. The idea I've kind of got is that it's going to look like a bit frosted or a bit snowy, but who knows? So we're going to give it a go. We've got the Resin 8. This is the part 1. According to the instructions, it just like to help the air bubbles. If you heat it up a bit, it helps that. So we've put it in some water. So we've got it a little dish of warm water, and then this is the hardener. When we mix these, it is by kind of volume. So we are doing equal parts A to equal parts B, which is the hardener. So I'm going to pour 2 lots in either of these and then put it into the jug, and then we need to mix it for 3 minutes. Okay, right. Okay. So this is our hardener, and we didn't need to heat this up. So I'm doing 25 ml of each, and I'm trying to be quite precise. Ooh. I'm gonna try and stir it really gently. I need to mix for 3 minutes. So we've got 2 different types of mica powder. So we've got this one, which is Deep Lake, and this one, which is Arctic White. And so I kind of chose them because I felt like they might give like a nice cold, kind of wintry, icy effect. So I'm going to pour a bit in there. Ooh. I'm going to pour a bit in there. I'm going to keep that clear, I think. I'll put this in here. I'm just going to mix it in. I'm going to try and keep a bit of a figure of 8. Right, that's the white, so I've kind of mixed that one in a bit. Oh, look at this colour. It's pretty lush. I don't think you actually need much mica powder to make quite a big impact. We've got this clear mixed pot, our kind of murky sea, and one that's got a little bit of the white mica powder. This is our rock salt. Oh, let's just tip some out. What's nice about this is there's like some bits that are really big, like some of the rock salt, like a real, like kind of like really interesting shapes, like nice kind of jaggedy bits, and it's quite cool to see how that will differ. I think we'll just start with like a little layer. Okay, it's quite runny. That's a bit of clear, and I'm just going to put a bit of the rock salt in. Ooh. So I've put a little layer in. I'm going to do a little bit of this one. And then, let's just move that out of the way. The white. And I'm going to top it up with the clear. And then we've got this little pendant one. Just going to put a little bit at the bottom. See if that spreads out. And then, oh, let's do this one. I'm going to try and pick some of the big bits and put those in. Just going to try and gently cover, but leave a little bit of it sticking out. But if it's not covered, if it gets wet, the salt will dissolve. Okay, and then let us just add some of this, and then let's just fill the sides in. Let's cover this with the clear. I don't want to put too much colour on it because we've got the rock salt. If you cover it with too much colour, you won't be able to see it, I think. Oh, let's do another one and put glitter in it. Let's see if I can get this around the edge. It's nice to be able to add things to resin, I think. Yeah, like as long as they've got like moisture. So I think if you're going to put any like flowers or anything in it, they need to be like really well dried. Okay, let's just cover that. So we need to leave this for 24 hours to cure. And then we'll take it out the mould and see what's happened with the rock salt, really. So this is our finished resin. So it's been 24 hours and we're going to have a little look. This is the little round resin, which I kind of put lots of big bits of rock salt in to see what would happen. And these, they're so easy to demold. Yeah. Okay. Again, this one's really easy to get out. There we go. So it is solid. Nice. Oh, and you can actually see some of the rock salt like around the bottom. So this mold is like this blue silicone mold. So it's not as smooth as that one, but that's kind of nice because it gives a bit of a frosted feel to it. So that's that. And then again, what I'd probably do is I would just like even off these little edges here and then probably sand this so that it was kind of a frosted sanded color to match. Oh yeah, if you do any sanding of the resin, you need to wear like a face mask because like it will give off a lot of dust and it's never good to inhale any dust. So those. Look, I can do it one-handed. Woo. So those could be like a pair of earrings. I like those too. Oh. And then these. So those don't have any glitter in them, but it's got a really nice finish to it. Oh, I think that's worked really well. So I just want to see if I can add a jump ring to it. Oh yeah, so I can just get this through. There we go. I really like these. So the other thing is that at this point we could kind of coat it with another layer of resin. So there is a little bit of like shrinkage. So you can just feel that that edge is a little bit sharp. So you can file it off, or you can use one of these like deburring tools. They're really for like plumbing. Like a plumber would use this to deburr like a copper tube, but I think they're often used in resin, and you could use it in jewellery as well. So if you had a ring, like a wedding ring, and like you just wanted to take an even amount off all the way round, you could use one of these tools. And they're quite good because that goes kind of round. You kind of just gently put it round and you're just taking off like a little bit. Obviously it helps if it's like a circle and it's like you're doing the inside circle, but you can take all of that off and then you could like do a little bit of the outside. because I quite like some of the salt kind of sticking out and kind of that texture, I don't want to sand this or cover it. You could cover it in like another little layer of resin if you wanted to either dome it or get like a smoother finish. These edges aren't too sharp on this, and do you know what, there's not too many, like there's hardly any air bubbles in it either, which is really nice. Like I might try and add a couple of jump rings. So these ones go through really well. Yeah, so obviously, I mean, like this shape's quite large, but because the resin's quite light, I think it actually works okay. That's what happened when we put some rock salt in resin, and we'd really like to know what else we should put in resin, or perhaps what you've tried to put in resin. Leave us some comments below.